Championship at Silverstone. It is Friday morning and we're all setting up for the exciting weekend ahead. There is testing going on already, as you can see in the pit lane behind me, and the team have been working hard getting the garage all set up, and it's looking amazing for the weekend. Car here, and the Silverstone garages are just so big, so we've got loads of space, and looking forward to welcoming loads of guests and sponsors to Silverstone this weekend, and excited to bring you guys along with me. So today Owen and I have 2 test sessions ahead of the weekend, both 45 minutes, and we're in a group of just GT Cup, so only the people who are going to be racing this weekend, because there's a lot of other cars here this weekend. So we've got Radicals, GB3, GB4, so lots of track action to be watching. And yeah, we've got our sticker for the car, so to show which group we're in. And then like normal, we have our coloured wristband, so just to indicate which group we're in. Because obviously you wouldn't put out a GT4 car with a GB3 car, say. So yeah, all the sessions for the different cars, we're out to go soon in about half an hour, and then our second session is about 2 o'clock this afternoon. So looking forward to getting out on track and getting some laps ready ahead of the weekend. That is free practice 1 here at Silverstone on Friday morning complete, and Owen went out first for about 6 or 7 laps and then came in and we swapped over, and I did the same. So lots of laps completed, and we know what we need to work on and where I personally can keep pushing forward to get that faster lap time out of the car and out of myself. So really looking forward to keep making improvements. Owen did some really good times, and we're straight up there in the mix with the other cars in our class. So another 45-minute session this afternoon in a couple of hours. So time to grab some lunch now. It's quiet out in the pit lane. So yeah, looking forward for another session this afternoon and to keep making those improvements forward. And yeah, getting those good lap times ready for qualifying tomorrow morning. I am just sat in the car waiting for scrutineering, and ahead here is a car being weighed and we are up next. So just checking the minimum weight for measurements like fuel, if we need any ballast, and driver weight for myself. So just a few checks that are mandatory to meet the regulations. So yeah, just waiting for it and we're up next. That is testing complete and the second session complete. So now it's all eyes on racing tomorrow morning and the first race day of the weekend. So another really positive test session we had this afternoon, lots of laps completed, and yeah, lots of running, no issues at all. A few couple adjustments to be made on the car tomorrow, but new tyres tomorrow morning for qualifying will make a massive difference to how the car feels and just the lap time overall. So really looking forward to tomorrow morning and just getting back out there. Lots more laps. The great thing about GT Cup is just how much seat time you get, even as 2 drivers for the car. So much seat time, and yeah, it's amazing to be racing around Silverstone GP. That is day 1 complete at Silverstone for round 5 of the GT Cup Championship, and we are just leaving the track now. It's a beautiful sunset and it was an amazing day. It's absolutely awesome to be racing around the GP loop here, and yeah, so excited for the weekend to come. Good morning everyone, and welcome to race day 1 at Silverstone GP. I'm currently just at our accommodation that we're staying at, and we're about to leave for the track. It is around 8 AM and I'm super excited for the day ahead. We've got a few things to do before we head out this morning. So we've got our driver's briefing, I'm welcoming guests, and yeah, we've got a lot to look forward to. So I will see you at the track. Hello and welcome to the track. I am currently sitting in the truck, and soon we have our driver's briefing. So just a few rules and reminders from the championship and clerk of the course, and then it is time to head out on track. So I will be starting free practice today, doing around 3 laps before Owen jumps in and finishes the session. He will then do his qualifying session straight after, and then his sprint race this afternoon. I will then start the endurance race later in the day and Owen will finish it, And then yeah, it pretty much swaps around tomorrow, so I will have my qualifying and sprint race. So lots to look forward to, lots of track action, and I can't wait to get out there, keep pushing forward and aiming for more of those podiums and good results. That is free practice complete, and I did about 4 laps and my fastest time so far this weekend, so a really positive step forward for me. And then Owen jumped in for a lap or 2 before his qualifying session and he qualified P2, so a really good position for Owen to be starting his sprint race this afternoon. And yeah, I'll let you know how it goes, but lots to look forward to, and I'm really happy with how that practice session went. Although it was only a few laps, it was a really good step forward. That is race 1 of the weekend complete, and it was Owen's sprint race, so a 25-minute race, just Owen driving, and he got a podium, P3, so a really positive start to the weekend and a mega drive from Owen. So we're hoping to keep this momentum going for the race this afternoon and 2 more tomorrow, so a really good result. Can't wait to get in the car myself, and yeah, looking forward to sharing the car with Owen and doing the first part of the endurance race coming up in a few hours. And that is a podium at Silverstone GP in race 2, and wow, what a race. It was so much fun. It was always going to be a really close battle going into the race this afternoon, but we managed and we're in P3, and wow, just absolutely awesome. The car felt amazing. I went, I believe, 1.5 seconds quicker than I've gone before around this track, so really good improvements for myself and also for the team. Being on that podium was our aim, and we managed to achieve it. It was super close with the other cars. I dropped back in my stint to begin with in the first half an hour of the race, but caught up to the car ahead and overtook into Maggots at Silverstone. And then yeah, kept up with the car ahead that was in P2. We came into the pits, we did our driver swap, and Owen headed out for his stint. We were 0.7 behind the car in P2, so very, very close behind them, and unfortunately they did pull away a bit, but we came back with a podium at Silverstone, P3, and it is absolutely amazing. Hunting for more of these tomorrow, and I can't wait to get back out there and fighting even more, and hopefully on that podium again and even further up it. That is race day 1 of round 5 complete, and I'm now back at our beautiful accommodation, and it's a lovely sunset to finish the day. Now resting ahead of tomorrow before an even busier day where I'm qualifying and doing my sprint race, so lots more track time. So yeah, the plan is tomorrow Owen go out for the first few laps in free practice just to register the same as I did today. Then I'll jump in to finish that before my qualifying straight away. And then later in the afternoon I will be doing my sprint race, but just before that I have got the endurance race, so I'll be starting again and Owen will be finishing it. So lots more track time, and we'll be hunting for those podiums and hoping to push further up to that top step. But yeah, really good progress made overall, and I can't wait to just keep pushing forward, and yeah, it's looking good for tomorrow. Good morning everyone, it is race day 2 and it's currently 8 AM on Sunday, and I have just arrived at the track. The team is here in front of me, and yeah, ready for another day on the track. I have got a lot more driving today, so Owen's day was yesterday with the sprint race and mine is today. So Owen will be heading out for free practice, I'll be finishing it, then qualifying, and then yeah, it's on to the races. So first up is free practice and qualifying straight after, so I will let you know how that goes. That is free practice and qualifying complete. So Owen did a couple of laps first off, bedding in new brakes, and then we did a driver change and I went out. I only got 2 laps before we came in and got the tyres on, ready for qualifying. We were first out in qualifying and we had space all throughout the session. Felt like just a track to myself, there was no one out there, and yeah, it was a really good session for me. My fastest time ever round here, so I got a 2-minute 09.9, so really positive, into the 9s, which is a really good achievement for me. We just keep pushing forward on those times. The car felt awesome. After a problem with the brakes yesterday, we weren't sure how the car was going to feel today. So those sessions was just kind of learning it, seeing how it was feeling, but it was absolutely awesome. The car was great. And yeah, just relying on it even more, just gaining my confidence and just each lap getting faster and faster. So actually my last lap of qualifying was my fastest. So yeah, just keep getting faster, and I think we're in for a good endurance race coming up this afternoon. There's 4 cars. I qualified P3 and only half a second from P1, so really close between the top 3, and P4 is just behind us on the starting grid. So yeah, looking forward to a fun race. I will be starting it at 1:10 and then Owen will be jumping in halfway in and finishing it off. So lots of laps and an exciting race to look forward to. That is P3 in race 3 of the weekend and our second endurance race. An absolute mega race, really tough work, and it was super hot. It was absolute carnage into club with all the different subclasses with some GT3s. However, we pitted P3, came out P4 due to a success penalty from yesterday, but we finished P3. Owen had an awesome stint, and yeah, one more race to go, a sprint race this afternoon, which I'll be doing, and hunting for more of those podiums and pushing forward.
Because one spin, okay, 2 spins, yeah, that's unusual. 3, Andre Borodin is an experienced driver, but 3 spins is even out of character for Andre Borodin. So, do make me wonder if there's maybe a small issue with the car that's just affecting his performance in this one. So down the hanger straight, Leona Theobald, her best opportunity is yet to squeeze her way through and past the Paddock Motorsport McLaren Artura. She's alongside, she's on the outside line, however, at Stowe, but if she could brave it out around the outside at Stowe, she'd have the inside as they come into the Vale, and the inside when they get towards Club Corner, and that's what she's looking to do here. You can see the nose dip as she gets on the brake at the wheels of Ginetta. Through she goes, up a place, up to 3rd in Group GTH. So that's now the SVG Motorsport Ginetta ahead of the Paddock Motorsport McLaren Artura. Leona Theobald will hand the car over to another driver who makes his debut in GT Cup this weekend, Owen Hizzey, for part 2 of the race, whereas Michael Arant will hand it over to Tom Holland, who has probably got more experience driving the Ginetta that's just overtaken the car he's going to take over, the McLaren Artura. Very late on the brakes was Michael Arant. There was enough of a gap in towards Village. Is he going to concentrate on the exit of the loop would be his best bet to see whether he could try something down the Wellington Straight. He'll sit firmly in the slipstream of the Ginetta. Remember, they are fighting over the final podium spot in Group GTH, which is for the GT4 homologated cars. So in other words, cars you might see either out in GT4 in British GT or the European GT4 Championship. The SVG Motorsport Ginetta driver, Leona Theobald.
So we're with Leona Theobald. It's been an exciting start to the race for you, hasn't it?
Yes, it has. P3 qualifying, so a good start right in the mix, but the first couple of laps was a bit mental with the different classes of cars. There was a mix of us all together. Owen picked it up in P4 and now we're currently sitting in P3, so hoping for another podium.
How has it been driving with Owen this weekend? Obviously a different co-driver with experience with Ginettas. How has it been working with him?
Yeah, it's been good. Owen's done a lot in Ginettas through all of the different classes, so it's great to work with him and learning as we go and just keep moving forward.
And some good overtaking practice in there, obviously, and a nice around the outside pass as well. I suppose it's been an exciting one, hasn't it?
Yes, it was, I believe Oren was in the car, the paddock car, so that was a good battle for a few laps, but yeah, managed to get round him, which was good, and pulled a bit of a gap, but we had a success penalty from yesterday, so he came out behind them, but yeah, currently sitting P3, so fingers crossed.
All looking good. Well, best of luck.
Thank you.
Back to you.
Thanks, Dan. Yeah, Dan Mason down there in the pit lane with Leona Theobald and Owen Hizzey in that car. The number 86 you can see on the screen is 11th overall, 3rd in Group GTH.
P2 at Silverstone GP and driver of the weekend. I couldn't ask for much more. The car felt amazing and I just had the best time out there, racing with other cars around me, and what a good way to end the weekend. We've got 3 P3s and 1 P2. What a mega result for the team. Silverstone is complete. complete, and that is checkered flag for round 5 of the GT Cup Championship. Myself and the whole team at SVG had an amazing weekend, and I can't thank them enough for all their support. Across the weekend, the car was just absolutely amazing out there. Also, a massive thank you to all my sponsors, especially the ones that came to the track. It was amazing to share my journey with you, and of course my friends and family. I couldn't do without all these people, and we go again soon after the summer break.